So we decided to invest in a little gear, and we got this backpack. And last week I went out on a trip with David, and he said it was really nice carrying it. Now Harley, on the other hand, he carried the junk bags, and now he's carrying this external. And so tell us what you think, Harley. What's the difference?
It's so much better.
So much better?
It's so much more. It's so much lighter.
It feels lighter?
Yeah.
And well, I mean, you don't have the tent or the sleeping bag, but that's about it. But there's a lot of other stuff in there that he's carrying too. I'm going to check out our new HD. This is our sports cam. And we actually have a waterproof thing for it too. And it's going to help us catch some action when we're walking down the trail. This is the backpack that we got. There's a place down there by the butt to put the tent and sleeping bag and stuff. So I'm going to get this stuff adjusted for him, and then we're going to hit the trailhead. We're doing Buzzard Swamp. Woo! Hey, take that off your face. Buzzard Swamp. Woo woo! Okay, so this is Buzzard Swamp. Welcome to Buzzard Swamp. And if you look at the map here, we're right here right now, and we're going to take this trail right here, right around, and then just come back. So you can see that's 2.1 miles. This is a mile at 3.2, 3.6, so about 4 miles that we're going to truck today. And I mean, we could take the other ones, but Harley ended up having a field trip last night, didn't you, Harley? And
yeah.
We got home kind of late, so we couldn't start last night like we originally wanted. But here we go, reporting on emergency criminal activity, 814-927-5757. There's partnerships, and yeah, okay, we're ready to hit, we're at the trailhead, we're ready to rock. The area behind this sign is a 40-acre wildlife propagation area. Entering this area is prohibited so that wildlife may have a secluded place to nest and raise their young. Outside the propagation area, there are hundreds of acres for non-motorized use. Excellent wildlife viewing opportunities are possible from the trails surrounding the propagation area. Allegheny National Forest. Alright. Well, that means we're not going that way, but we are going that way. Just as a side note, it's February, and what we did is we purchased these cleats. Go ahead, turn around, Har, and lift up your feet. And those yellow things that you see on there, those are the cleats, and they are really helping us dig into this ice. I didn't want to say anything about them before, you know, we got into it, but they're really helping. When you first start on this trailhead, you'll see the Songbird Trail, so you could actually go that way if you want. But Harley and I aren't taking that trail. We're going to stay straight ahead. So I don't know if there's any markers marking out our trail, but we're just going to look for landmarks right now. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so here we go. We got the green diamond and the white diamond. So we don't know which one to follow, but we're going to give her a go. We'll let you know at the end of the trip what happened. Okay, we've been walking down this trail, what, about maybe a quarter mile, Har? And we first shot a Buzzard Swamp over there. That's still the propagation area. You're not allowed to go in it. There's signs all the way along here saying you're not allowed, but we're sticking to the trail.
Oh, I see exactly where we are now.
Okay, we've got like a little birdhouse here or something. Pretty cool. Off the trail, looks like somebody went in here, whacked all this down. But we're coming around here. This is the trail we're following. Swamp's out there. We'll get some shots of that for you. And checking your rear view of the trail. So, yeah. Nice scenery. Okay, so these are the signs that you're going to see at Buzzard Swamp. All on your right hand side if you start with the trailhead where we did. But yeah, it's a nice view of the swamp. Buzzard Swamp. My buddy told me a while back he went and fished down here, but I can't see him fishing here. So I'll have to find out where the hell he's fishing at. But yeah, here's the trail rear view. And then this is where we're going to. We're heading east. Kind of like northeast right now. So here we go. There's houses all over the place.
Alright.
So the return of wildlife. Bald eagle, wood duck, beaver, osprey, river otter, eastern bluebird, and the fisher.
And the beaver.
Beaver.
Can't forget.
Okay, so this is our rear view, our trail. There's a trail that goes off to the woods this way, kind of wise off. I'll show it to you on the map. And there's a bridge over here that you cross. I don't know if you can see it in the video. But that's our rear view where we came from. And this is where we're going to. Bridge across right here. And we're looking, I believe, towards the south. Buzzard Swamp. There's another sign over here. I believe it's for a bunch of birds and bears, so on and so forth, wildlife habitat. So numerous wildlife species utilize a variety of habitats found within Buzzard Swamp Wildlife Management Area. Canadian goose, muskrat, great blue heron, mink, mallard, Henslow sparrow, American kestrel, tree swallow, northern harrier, eastern coyote, timber rattlesnake, scrub or black bear, American woodcock, and snowshoe hare. So that's what we have down here at Buzzard Swamp. Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
Let's do this. So there's our rear view with Pond 5. There's the lake. And that's where we're going to. We could have took this trail up here, but we're just going to stay next to the lake and keep walking around it. Okay, going along our trail, we have the number 4 spot. It has the grill out here, a couple picnic tables, a nice view of Buzzard Swamp. The lake's over there. So what lake number is that, Harley?
This is lake number, let me open this map real quick. I believe it's number 6. Yep, 6.
Lake number 6. Very good. Okay. Okay, this is the first hill of the trip. And we're getting ready to go down this little, I wouldn't even call it a hill, maybe a knoll. But there's some people out there, so it must be, and the signs for no entry have disappeared to the right here, so we must be able to fish right there. So that might be where our friend went fishing last year. There's some people out playing on the ice. I don't know if you can see them, but they're out there playing on the ice right now. So evidently we're allowed to go in from this side here. Okay, this is the lake. What lake number is this?
Lake number 6.
Lake number 6. And try to zoom in the people playing on the lake. Stay real still. I don't know if you can see them. There's a tent out there too. So, pretty cool. We're getting ready to cross this bridge here. And that's our rear view. Those are the picnic tables we were sitting at. There we go. Onward. See, my name's Harley and I'm so cute.
My name is Harley and I'm so cool.
Alright. There we go. People out walking on the ice. I don't know if they're doing some ice fishing or not. Looks like somebody possibly had an ice fishing hole going right here. But yeah, I think that's what they're doing. They're ice fishing out there. They're not just playing. Ice fishing. How cool. Buzzard Swamp. Let's go over here and check out the waterfall.
Yeah, he just retrieved one of his jig lines.
Nice.
Wow, look at this. Nice,
Yeah.
solid
Pretty cool.
steel bridge.
You see right down through the bottom there. And oh, there is the waterfall. Right on down the line. Buzzard Swamp Water. And we will head down the trail after we spend a couple minutes here and check it out. Check it out. What happened?
Slipped off the back.
Gotcha. Okay, so like here's the first snow trail. The other trail is pretty much dry there, but now we're coming up on some snow trail and a little bit of a hill. So this is pretty much the first challenge, and it's really not that much of a challenge.
Such a challenge. Such a challenge.
Okay, shut up, Harley. All right, so yeah, but actually this is a piece of cake too. So here we go. Okay, there's our rear view there. We got to the top of the hill here, and we see all this timber down. So this might have been part of that microburst there a few years ago. But you can see how the wind really ripped out some of these trees here at Buzzard Swamp. So we've been following some deer tracks up here. Well, actually the deer track is going the other way, but yeah, a lot of down timber. Yeah. Okay, while we were up here, we saw on the tree there's a diamond there, and that's for spot 3. It doesn't look like there's any picnic table here. So that's spot 3. Okay, there's a shot of our rear view. Now the big lake over there, the big lake we see, what number lake was that?
Number 6.
Number 6. And then there's a little pond right there. But it looks like we're getting ready to enter the propagation area once again as soon as we get down this trail. Just travel it down the edge there. So that's what we got going on. Buzzard Swamp. So now we're all the way across, and if you look off in the distance there, I'll try to zoom in for you here. But that's where we were. That's a bridge we crossed over there. And that's the lake. And we walked that way, and we're coming down this trail here. That's our rear view. This is what we're getting into, getting closer to that propagation area. Okay, this is where we say goodbye to the open area. And everything's getting closed in on us in the forest here. I believe we're getting closer and closer to the propagation, but we have not seen any signs yet. So we'll keep you posted when we see signs. So. Okay, here we are. We check our rear view here. We just walked, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, half a mile, and then we come up to this, and this is the first sign for the propagation area. So we do not enter that, but we stay on the trail, and it's looking kind of woodsy here on both sides. Okay, that's our rear view. We're just coming out of the woodsy area, back into the open area here, and yeah. See the signs posted once again to our right about the propagation area. And
that's lake number 1.
Onward we go. That's lake number 1, Buzzard Swamp. You can see there's a beaver dam in it as well.
Flyway is located along the coast of.
So this is talking about waterfowl migration.
Yeah.
Pacific Flyway, Central Flyway, Mississippi Flyway, and Atlantic Flyway. Every autumn millions of ducks and geese fly south to the wintering grounds in Florida, the Caribbean, and South America. As spring approaches, the waterfowl return to the breeding areas in the northern United States and Canada. As they migrate, most of the birds follow general routes called flyways. The 4 principal flyways are shown on this map. The many national wildlife refuges located along these flyways are important because they provide resting and feeding areas for migrating birds. In addition, the refuges also provide a winter home for some birds that have reached the end of their migration routes. Okay, here's our rear view, and we're just coming to the gate here. There's the truck over there, and altogether, what was the trail mileage, Har?
3.9.
About 3.9 miles. It's a good little day hike Fun. Now we're going to go to the Kelly and have a beer.